Hello you gorgeous donuts. Today we're going to be looking at some British TikTokers because at the minute they are absolutely out of control. Now I've got various topics of dramas that are happening within the British TikTok community right now. So I'm just going to go through them in this video. I don't know what to call this. Should I call it like Cam News? Okay, Cam News. So our first drama is from two TikTokers called Tasha and Marco. Now I'm just going to give you a little bit of background information on these two because I had to research this. Marco, we recently did a video on reacting to his podcast, this video here that we did. And Marco is this guy, the blonde quiff guy that was in this podcast. Now I can't really describe what sort of content he does. I'll just show you one of his TikToks. What do we need to do? Book that lad's holiday. So you kind of get the vibe of this guy's content. Solo missions, duo missions. So true, sister. So true. Everything's better together. I do everything with the bros. Everything. He seems just like a young kid, just posting TikToks. I don't think he's really hurting anyone with these TikToks. He's just having a good time. And he's recently got into a relationship with this other TikToker called Tasha. Again, I can't really describe what her content is. She kind of goes to Thorpe Park.
They launched the brand new roller coaster Hyperia at Thorpe Park. I could not even explain how excited I was for this. Any guesses on who I was with? 3, 2, 1. Yes, of course it's going to be Jordan. Who else?
Yeah, she kind of like goes on Thorpe Park rides and films it.
Somebody gonna match my freak. Is somebody gonna match my freak?
So, you know, just at first glance, you can tell she's absolutely mental. Like, who goes to Wingstop 3 times a week? Psychopaths. That too. Lock them up and throw away the key. Now, you might look at these two and go, oh, that's quite like a cute couple, right? They look like they're having a nice time together. A little influencer couple doing their little influencer things together. What can possibly be wrong with this? They've been posting a lot together. Like, there's various TikToks of them together, like on dates and everything, just doing kind of normal stuff that couples would do. And none of these TikToks came on my For You page, but I was getting TikToks of people absolutely fuming that these two were together. And I was thinking, why? Like, why is everyone so angry? Like, is it because they're both, like, not liked in terms of being an influencer? But actually, it's a lot deeper than that. Wait, what? Why when he turns 21 will you realise how weird the relationship is? What you're trying to tell, well, love? These TikToks, like, the piss is off. Why does everyone speak in code? Just say what you're trying to say, love. Why do I need to work it out? Now I've got to go on, like, a binge of the internet trying to find out why this is weird. Just tell me. Excuse me, 16-year-old boy and 20-year-old girl. His dad still pays child support for him. He hasn't got his GCSE results back. He has to ask randomers outside the shop to buy him a vape. And you're attracted to that? Oh. And okay. Well, now I see where the outrage is coming from. That can't strictly be true, right? Surely that's not true. Like an influencer, especially an influencer who lives their life online. As a 21-year-old, you're not going to go for a 16-year-old. Anyone, right, is not going to do that. So I did a little bit of digging and I found out that actually this kid, Marco, actually is 16 and this Tasha is 21, which is kind of mental. Like a 16-year-old and a 21-year-old, like some people might say that's only what, like a 5-year difference, but to be in a relationship at that age, like that's a huge difference. I don't know if this is true, but some people have said that the boy is just turned 16, which means, you know, were they talking when he was 15 and then when they were 16 they've announced. I don't know. I don't want to like say that because I don't know, but if so, that is odd in my opinion. Now the outrage of them coming public with their relationship has made Tasha come out with an apology video, or I say an apology video, just a response.
Never in a million years did I think that I would be making a video like this, but here we are. But if you're seeing this, then I'm sure you have a little bit of an insight as to my current situation. And if you don't, then hi, I'm Tasha, I'm 21 years old, and I've been doing social media for 6 years now. As I'm sure that you can agree with...
Bro, what do you mean you've been doing social media for 6 years now? You're 21. So what, you were doing it when you were 15? Does that mean you just... like, you just had a social media account? Like, doing social media sounds like it's your job. I mean, I've been doing social media for 10 years, guys. Right? Started when I was 15, right? Like, to get in there young.
Putting myself out in the public eye for 6 years of my life, that can come with a lot of consequences. Obviously, a lot of hateful and hurtful comments. Now, as much as I wish that this didn't happen, quite frankly, it does. There isn't anything that we can do about it at this moment in time, unfortunately. The only thing that we can do is overcome and adapt.
Bro, why is she speaking about this situation? Like, I don't know, like she's just lost the Champions League final. Yeah, you know, next year we just got to overcome it and adapt. I don't think that same phrase kind of applies to when you're going out with a 16-year-old, personally.
So I am in a relationship with someone who is 5 years younger than me. And I know a lot of people are going to have their opinions on that. And quite rightly so. You are allowed to have your opinions on anything. That's your free will. I've seen a lot of comments and videos from bullies saying, you know what you're doing is wrong, and this is why you said that you wasn't going to meet him, or you was unsure of meeting him. That is not the case.
From what you've just said there, I don't think that's bullying. Like, I feel like people are well within their rights to be a little bit cautious about this. I feel like people are entitled to have their opinion. If you've put this on the internet that you're seeing a 16-year-old at 21. For me, if that was my brother, 16, seeing like a 21-year-old, I'd be like, no, you're not. Like, you're not doing that. Like, what does she want with you? Like, if that was me emotionally tied to the situation, I don't think I would like that. And I don't know if she would, if it was her brother seeing a 21-year-old girl.
Why I was so unsure about, you know, meeting my boyfriend and pursuing anything with him is because of the backlash that I was going to face. And that is, quite frankly, only down to opinion. Nothing else. Opinions, that is it. Nothing to do with what's right, what's wrong, just opinions. I also was unsure of meeting him because I have actually never dated someone younger than me before in my life. I didn't know what kind of challenges that was going to bring forward for me.
Yeah, you know, it's quite difficult. You know, when I've got to buy alcohol, I've got to go in the shop for him. When we go out to a bar, he's got to have a Diet Coke. We've got to wake up really early at the end of August so he can open up his GCSE results. That's going to be a pain. He's nearly old enough to take his driving lessons, which is going to be great. Can't wait to be a passenger princess.
Regardless, I'm in a relationship with him now. It's my life. I'm going to live my life how I want to live my life. If I decide I want to be in a relationship with him, I can, because it is legal. Whether you think it's morally right or wrong, it's legal. And although
it's just never a good argument, right? It's never a good sign when, in your defense, you've got to say, well, it is legal. Even if it is true, it just doesn't sound good.
I have to say that this boy is genuinely the most mature, kindest, loving person that I've ever been in a relationship with. Anyway, I digress. Let's circle back to the start. As I said, I completely understand that people are going to have their opinion on my relationship.
This just reminds me of, like, I remember being in school and people that were in year 10, like in my year when we were in year 10 or year 11, they would have boyfriends that were like in university or college. And I just find it a bit, it is just odd. Like, I remember this one girl in year 9, her boyfriend was in university and like people were like, ooh, that's like really cool. But like, looking at it now, that's really weird from the boy. Like, how did his mates not say something like, why is your girlfriend in school? Like, that's weird, right? Like, girlfriend.
But what you are not in your right to is to direct hate towards me, my friends, my family. That I won't stand for. Now listen, quite frankly, I don't give a fuck about the 12-year-olds that are commenting hate towards me and my family and stuff like that. It's when I've got the grown-ass women directing hate towards my family and telling me that I should get a noose and do something with it. That's where I draw in line. No matter how,
I mean, yeah, that is a little bit too far. You know, whether you think it's right or wrong, she shouldn't kill herself over it. Jesus Christ. Some people are just so brutal. Like, some people can't just have an opinion. Some people can't just be like, yeah, that's like wrong. They have to be like, yeah, that's wrong, and you should kill yourself. Before you kill yourself, make sure your entire family's gone as well. It's like, why are people so nasty?
you don't like a situation, you are not within your right to threaten people like that or tell people that they should end their life. They're worried and throwing such serious accusations and allegations and names towards me is sick and twisted. You simply cannot sit there and just decide that just because you don't like something that you can throw such serious allegations and accusations towards that. That's just not how it works. For the people sitting there saying, oh, you delete comments, that means you know that it's wrong. No, I filtered comments, I filtered certain words for my own peace of mind, because you lot are taking it way out of proportion. And for the people with my comments saying, oh, you're deleting my comments, you know that it's wrong.
I just, like, I don't get why she would want to be with a 16-year-old. Like, obviously, it's, like, why is she obviously, it's mentioned that she knows that he's 16. So why would you're 21, like, what? Even if he is lovely and you like him, like, you're a grown woman. Do you know what I mean? What similar interests do you two have to be in a relationship with each other? Like, I don't want to seem like I'm being, you know, I'm not seeing this from everyone's perspective. I just don't kind of see from your perspective why you would do that. And I don't really feel like you can blame the lad. In my opinion, like, this, she's the one that's kind of got the power here because she's the older one. She's the one that there's a little bit of, like, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't feel like the lad is at fault here. Like, he's not really being weird. Anyway, they both went on this podcast to, like, clear the air about the situation.
The past couple of weeks have been heavy, to say the least, with our relationship being quite controversial. It sparked a lot of backlash, which I expected, but not to the level that it actually is.
Obviously, unfortunately, we live in a society nowadays where you two, you're influencers and you put yourself on TikTok, and everything that you do or every
Fucking hell, this is a barrel of laughs, Christ. If somebody got a noose and just did something in the middle of the room, maybe it would brighten it up a little bit.
If this situation had happened a couple of years ago, I dread to think where I would have been, or if I would have been here. Like, obviously
that would have been like actually illegal there. If you were going out with him when he was 14 and you were like, what, 19? That would be, yeah, like if you were boyfriend and girlfriend at that point, then I feel like the police need to step in.
As cliche as it sounds, like when you're younger and you've got someone like picking on you in school and your mum's like, oh, they're just jealous, or oh, you've got something that they want that they don't have. Like, you've got something that they don't have that you want, whatever it is. That is a lot of how it is, because if I...
See, this is like, I'm trying to see this from her perspective, but I just can't. You're in a relationship with a 16-year-old and you're saying that anyone that has an opinion about that is a bully or they're jealous. Like, I don't think they are. What, you like a 25-year-old having an opinion on this, a grown woman is jealous because she wants to be with the 16-year-old? That just doesn't compute. Like, they're probably just concerned.
Men naturally have a power imbalance over women as it is. Do you know what I mean? So... I'm not saying that one's worse than the other, but if it was a 21-year-old man and a 16-year-old woman, there's already that power imbalance in the man and the girl. And then you put the age into it, it's like even worse.
You heard what I just heard, right? You're basically saying that it's bad if a 21-year-old is seeing a 16-year-old. That's what you've just said there. But you just said it's just worse if it's a guy that's 21. No, it's not. It's the same thing. It's like if a teacher that is a girl shags a student, it's the same. It should be treated the same. It's still bad. Both of those scenarios that you've just mentioned are bad. Just because he's a 16-year-old boy does not mean he has a power imbalance over you. You still have the power imbalance because you're 21.
So I feel like that's where people are like, oh yeah, but if the shoe was on the other foot, yeah, I think it would be worse.
I think she later goes on to mention in the podcast that she had a boyfriend that was like way older than her than when she was in her teens. But that still doesn't make it good. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's still bad. Like, you've went through a bad scenario there, just like you're kind of in a bad scenario right now. Since then, like, people have found some of our old TikToks.
I'll do anything, fuck you.
Yes, that's sweet.
Oh my good lord. Okay, well, she put in the description, older or cold shoulder. I don't really think those values have been kept the same over the years, love. But the couple don't seem that bothered. They seem to just be carrying on, just posting like nothing's happening.
Bow, 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 bow. Yeah.
Let me know what you think about this, like, whole scenario. Like, it is such a weird kind of thing, and I can't even really believe that this is an actual situation that two TikTokers are posting about. Obviously, I don't want to send hate to like the girl or anything because she still is only 21, you know, but I do find this situation really, really odd. Like, this relationship, it's just a bit weird. Just quickly, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you press the subscribe button so you can join the Donut family. You'll have loads of videos to binge watch when you're bored, so just press subscribe. Moving on, we have another couple drama, an ex exposing another ex. You know that we love them type of videos on this channel. We've done 2 of them already. Make sure you watch them after this one. One is called Hev and the other is called Ellis Watts. Now, apparently these two were in a relationship for quite a while. Girl Hev, she posts this type of content. Well, you know, if it's, at least she's having a good time, right? Winking at old men. That's what I like to do with my night, especially at the bingo. Oh, God, they eat that up. The old women, oh, you all right, love? Right, would you like a cup of Bovril? I'll get it, don't you worry, I'll get it on me, love. Not got many bingo nights left, love, you don't want to waste them. And then the guy posts kind of just similar content. It is mental that, like, some people can just make money on TikTok just staring at the screen and just putting a little bit of text on. It's fabulous. What a time to be alive. But the guy cheated on the girl. Fuck, what am I doing, guys? People with penises are letting down the community lately. Jesus. And obviously because these two were TikTokers, right? Like, that's not just gonna be put under the rug, okay? Everything's gonna come to the surface for everyone to see. That's just how TikTok works. The girl, Hev, went on a podcast and she exposed the guy for kind of being not a very nice person.
There was a situation at the beginning of the year where he broke my trust. He kissed someone else in a car.
Wait, you were together?
We were together, yeah.
Right.
So he broke my trust with that, and
how do you even do that? Like, you know, you're in a relationship with someone, and you find out, like, that's not even, you know, in a nightclub or something like that, you're like, oh, why you got and kiss someone, the prick, right? That's really bad. Like, in a car, like, that's been arranged, surely. Like, you don't just both stumble into, like, I don't know, a Qashqai and go, ooh, well, lips are touching, come on then. Like, that's pre-arranged. That makes it, like, worse somehow.
I got back with him. Do not do this. Number one, they'll do it again. And I think when someone's broke your trust,
oh God, why would you get back with him? He's kissed someone in a car, and then you were like, yeah, it's fine, love, don't worry, that's fine. Was it on the back seat? No, it wasn't the front seat. That's where I like to keep it. Well done, sir. Nah, I can imagine, like, if you actually love someone, if he kind of apologizes and he seems like he's really, like, apologetic over it, I can see how you would probably just take him back. You would kind of justify it in your own mind because you're, like, in love with them.
I want to tell people that I've literally said to him, like, do you want to speak to me about this? Because I know that he knows I know. And I've received nothing. So I'd also like to add that in, because it's not like I've just come on here and been like, oh, revenge, be bitter. I'm not doing it for that reason. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, so he didn't even, like, tell her? Like, when she's confronted him about it, he's just ghosted her. That is absolutely cool. That is, like, deep freeze level cool. What the? Also, like, the audacity to not only cheat, especially cheating on someone with a social media presence, because they're going to just expose your ass. Anyway, cheating. But, I mean, like, surely you know they're going to tell everyone. If you're being, like, a proper and surely you know this.
When he was breaking up with me, I said, no, please, like, don't do that. And he goes, Heather, don't beg for me. Humble.
-100.
Don't beg for me. I was like,
don't beg for me. Wow. Wow. That is fabulous. That is like some sort of, like, Game of Thrones scene. Heather, get up off your knees. Don't beg for me. I kissed that girl in the Qashqai for this exact reason. You're too beggy, love. I don't think they use that terminology in Game of Thrones. I don't know. That is wild. Now, because this podcast went, like, mega viral, like, I've seen so many TikToks talking about this. This Ellis's TikTok comments have just been absolutely bamboozled by, like, people that stan Hev or just kind of supporting her in this scenario. Because of this situation, all of, like, Hev's fans are, like, just absolutely spamming this Ellis guy's comments. Like, literally every video is just spammed to the, like, rafters with her name. Like, he posted this TikTok.
Oh yeah, my hair is looking ream.
No Hev, no Reem. Not Reem without Hev. Which is a little bit excessive. Like, it's a little bit mental to, like, kind of send somebody hate. I get that he, like, cheated on her. He's probably not a nice person. But imagine every single TikTok you post. If he'd never cheated, this would have never happened. And it's clear that he's kind of not taking the breakup well.
I'll give you a suggestion. If you want Hev, why don't you just go on her account and leave my account alone?
Fella, just ignore it. Just ignore it. That's the first rule. Don't respond to it, because then you're just giving them what they want. They're winding you up and you've bit the fish off the hook. Now they're just gonna come 10 times more. So yeah, I don't know what is going on in the British TikTok community right now, but it is absolutely mental. The couples are mental. They're all exposing each other. Moving on with the next story. Now, I've had a wonderful year because Paul Breach has not been on my TikTok For You page for the entirety of my last 12 months until somebody tagged me in this, and now I've had 3 TikToks in the past 3 days, and this is because of you. That one person who tagged me in this. Paul has had a content change, and it's going mega viral. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Can we stop, please stop. If that was anyone else, fair enough, but there really is an emergency. Somebody, FBI, we got him. Get him out of there. I wonder if his favourite key on that piano is minor. One thing I will give Paul credit for is this man knows how to get people talking about him. That is the one positive thing I will say about this guy. He knows how to get people to care. That's too... Nah. To be fair, this is exactly what I did when my flight off my last holiday got delayed. I went straight to the bathroom, put a dress on, and then started doing TikTok dances, because that's how you kind of get rid of the stress, right? We all do it, don't lie. It's the fact it's like some sort of, like, Victorian dress as well. Like, the guy looks like he's gonna give somebody the cane. I swear I've never seen this guy wear a dress now. Why is this, like, his kind of character arc? He's turned into, like, Youngblood or something. Can you imagine being sent to hospital and this is how the nurse looks and walks in? Please! Nurse! I'm bleeding out here! Nurse, please! I'm having a cardiac arrest and I've been shot in the face! Again, as long as he's happy, I guess, I don't know. I never want to see that again. Please never tag me in his TikToks ever again. I am begging you. Speaking of TikTokers that I forgot about, Elphaba's back again. She recently went to the Nicki Minaj concert that was cancelled, and she claimed that half of the audience that went to that show was actually there to see her, which is actually kind of inspiring. Like, to be that delusional is kind of remarkable. Like, be your own biggest fan and make everybody else your fan. You know what I mean, guys? So she was kind of dancing, and I think she thought everyone was looking at her. There is quite a few people taking videos of her, to be fair. This is like full-on main character energy right here. To be fair, the guy in the pink t-shirt with the glasses on is kind of outstaging her. I feel like she's going to be absolutely fuming with him. Adam Levine is really giving it some.
And then, so many people screamed. Like, I was gobsmacked. And then, guess what happened? People started to run up the ramp. So they were going from the bottom. Hundreds of people were going up. They had to put barriers in. It sounds like a lie, but it's not. So they had to put barriers up. I've got a video of it, by the way. It's on my story if you want to go look.
You know, if Nicki Minaj had any sense at that show, if she actually made it to the show, she would have, like, brought out Elphaba as, like, a support act. Can you imagine? Half of the people were literally at the stadium to see her, so it would have made sense. Can you imagine her just singing Wicked? Oh, my God. It would blow the roof off the place. Absolutely crazy it would be. That's what I want, is, like, a pre-drink for super bass. And moving on to our final story, and a very short one, because I can't stand the sight of this woman. Chelsea Liot is still... and I don't know how, is still kicking off at people who work in the restaurant industry.
I don't want it. Okay, put it on the floor. Can I get my money back, please? I'm looking for a refund.
Yeah, I'll get you that refund in a moment, lovely.
But I don't even have my card on me. So can I do it on my Apple Pay, yeah?
I am sure you could. I'd have to
Or you just give me the cash.
right? I don't have cash.
Well, you need to give me my money back.
Okay, you'd like to wait, please?
I've asked for pancakes with yogurt and it's just got berries. There's no yogurt.
The way she talks to people, like, could you actually be arsed? Like, how can you wake up every single day and just be like, yeah, today I'm gonna be a prick. Like, every single day. Like, there's no days off. Like, you don't have one day where you go, actually, I can't be arsed today. I'm just gonna kind of chill. Like, every single day, this woman wakes up and chooses violence. Can I tell you, like, a weird fact? So stupid that you won't actually believe it. But the first time I went on holiday with Chloe, I went to Gran Canaria. Chelsea Liot was staying in the exact same place as me. Crazy, weird coincidence. I was like, okay, that can happen to anyone. The next year, I go on holiday to Tenerife. Chelsea Liot is in Tenerife, a few hotels down from me, at the exact same time. I walked past her in the street. Walked past her. Not even kidding. At that point, I thought I was stalking her, or maybe she was stalking me. I didn't know which one it was. Crazy. I saw her 3 times on holiday. On the second time I saw her, I actually turned around. If she realises this is me, she might actually batter us, and I feel like it's kind of frowned upon if I start throwing punches back, even though she is built like a brick house. That's a true story. So I'm wondering if next year, if I book a holiday, is she going to be there? I really hope not, because that would be terrifying, because third time, I'm not going to be so lucky. Anyway, guys, if you would like me to keep this, like, series of calm news going, let me know, because I'm thinking of kind of keeping it going. 2,000 likes on this video if you want that. And if you want to see me react to some even crazier British TikToks, click this video right here, because they're absolutely mental.
Kirkham, baby!